Hey, what's up, photo students? So, starting April 6th, we're going to get back to work. So, I'll be adding more things to your stream, and I'll kind of give you an idea where we're going. I do have some good news. If you guys have a PC or a Mac, the district said that we should be able to get you your licenses from school at home. I'm still waiting on that, but there's a good chance you'll be able to get free licenses for Photoshop and Lightroom at home through the Adobe Creative Cloud. So if you do have a Mac or a PC, you will be able to download those programs if you wish and do the assignments. And I will actually give the lessons I would have been giving in school for those assignments. If you do not have access to that, like you're on a Chromebook or you're doing this on a tablet or a phone and you won't be able to do the editing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like kind of a split assignment where if you're doing it, you can watch my video, you can do it, and you can hand it in so you're getting the practice and learning you would get in class typically. And if not, I will either create like a Word document for you on the assignment, or I will create some kind of a little quiz for the assignment at the end of the week that you'll have to hand in, where you'll have to watch the lesson and you'll have to answer questions like maybe it's like, what did I do to put this picture over this picture? And you'd say, you cut the first picture out with the select tool and you made a new layer and you put it on top of the other picture. Something like that would be what I was looking for. So that's for people who wouldn't have the Photoshop access. Now, that won't happen right away next week, but I'm hoping by like maybe Monday, Tuesday, the district will get back to me with how to implement that if you want the software at home. Which brings me to my next point. I've got a survey just to kind of get an idea. This is going to be uh, on the post that this video is in. I have access to a computer, yes or no, which means if you don't, you're obviously doing this on a phone or a tablet. And if it's yes, is this a PC or a Mac, which could both run the photo program, or is it a Chromebook, or obviously it was a no. So answer that. It'll give me an idea of who might be doing this. Just because you have a PC or a Mac doesn't mean you will, but it kind of gives me an idea moving forward. Then we have attendance check. Every day I'm going to ask you to come do this. I'm still planning on having a lot of these assignments be like we do in class, where you get like kind of one thing a week. You take your pictures for that thing, and then you move on. But I will be giving little updates every day, and I may make little video lessons or post video lessons that I want you to watch. And this will be like kind of my way to know that yes, I was there and I did that. You just come on every day. I'll move this to the top of the chart, and you can click yes. Uh, the third thing I've got is questions and answers. So I'm just going to have you guys be filling out the questions and answers. If you've got a question, it's always going to be right here in classwork. It's got its own tab under questions. So if you go to your classwork, you can look for questions. And if you go there, you open this up. And if you have a question, you can put it in here. And that'll be for everyone individually. And you won't have to worry about other people seeing your questions if you feel kind of silly asking them. So you ask your question, you hit turn in. I'll see that you turned in a question, and I will answer it, and then I will return that to you, which shows me that I've looked at it and it's been dealt with. And then if you have another question, just go to the next box and resubmit it. So that's where we have with this. Things I'm going to expect everyone to do, whether you're using Photoshop or not. I still expect you to take all the pictures you would typically have to take, even if you can't edit them. You're going to have to post those pictures. So, for an assignment like multiple exposures, which was one of the last assignments we did that got posted, if we're going back far enough, like for this, for multiple exposures here, or multiplicity, um, just to pull it up as an example, I'd still expect you to be posting the pictures for that assignment, whether you did it or not. So like for your non-action, I'd expect you to post your 5 non-action pictures even if you weren't able to edit them. You still have to take the pictures and set it up like you would in a typical class. And obviously I'm going to start putting dates on your composition things. Now, these are pretty much pass fail this course right now until we get back to school or see what happens. So, your grades pretty much, if you do the assignment and it's good enough to meet the requirements, I'm going to count that assignment as a pass. I might give a number grade uh, just for feedback purposes, like this was 100 or this was a 90. But it's pretty much if you're doing your work, you're getting it and it's pass, that's good. Um, so that's where we're at right now. I hope you're all doing well. Please try to get these things I asked you, the survey and the attendance done and the questions. I also gave you a couple things you should be taking pictures for, the family portrait and the food. Um, that's going to be next week, especially if we get Photoshop. I can start doing the lessons on those things for you to do if you're choosing. And I'm going to start setting new dates on the composition work. So that'll be all set probably by next week. So April 6th is when you start looking at due dates again. Until then, don't worry about it. So have a good evening.